Alrighty, so Pure Fiction has seen quite the pattern lately. The last one we got was centered around dot characters and dot damage, right? This time around, we have one that focuses on follow up attack characters. An issue is that obviously, if you don't have certain types of characters, you aren't really going to be able to do this. The dot one was kind of difficult. Can't even imagine how people would do it without the dot characters, but I've actually had to use AoE characters for the second half to be able to just AoE them dead, you know? Even that didn't give me full score. This one, though, is a lot different, a lot harder because it seems like you want follow-up attack characters for both sides, and that's an issue, especially for free-to-play players. You might not even have follow-up attack characters. So, and another issue with this one too is that you can't really get around it because the node buffs are actually kind of difficult to use if you don't have follow-up attack characters. At first I thought flattery might be useful for ult spammy characters, but it actually takes up it takes a lot of ults to actually get the resonance thing to even do its thing. And Blarney seems to be the best one to use in this. And obviously that requires characters to use follow-up attacks. So yeah, you just want follow-up attack characters. So what is this video about? It's about how you should prepare for future Pure Fictions, because we're seeing a pattern here where it's focused on certain types of characters. Maybe in the future there will be a just normal one, but at this point, Herda is a must build. She is. If you want to do Pure Fiction and get some more Jades, Herda is a must build because she can do some amazing AoE, and her follow-up attack is very, very nice and also does a lot of AoE. So it can help clear enemies fast and, just help you get through this. So you get her completely free, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, you can get her E6 completely free as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm starting to build her now because I'm just tired of not beating this damn thing. Which sucks because I'm already having to build so many goddamn characters. But yeah, Herda you're going to want to build. Himiko, maybe a lot of you guys who lost 50/50s or got her as your first 5-star haven't touched Himiko. It's time that you accept her hotness and you build her. Her follow-up attack is very nice and can clear the enemies fast and efficient, just like Herda. And if you use them in unison, it's actually very nice. So the way you want to use Himiko actually is just to use the right elements and continuously try and break as enemies as possible, because that's the only way her AoE kind of works, is if you break enemies, then she'll throw out follow-up attacks. So if you have Himiko, definitely build her at this point. Another character that you might want to build is Dr. Ratio. I've tested him in this follow-up attack domain, or Pure Fiction, I mean. He can work. He can. Even though he is single target, as long as you have other characters in the team with him that can solve the AoE problems, he can work and get the job done. Now, for other characters, let's say another dot Pure Fiction comes around, you can use some other characters. You don't need Kafka or Black Swan. You got characters like Winifin who can get the job done. She does burns and applies a bunch of debuffs. She can do it. Another character is Luca. I haven't used Luca, so I don't even remember if he's single target or not, but either way it goes, he can do some dot damage as well. Another one would be Serval. Even though she is erudition, she can do some shocking damage, right? She can do some shocking damage. The great Sempo Kaski can also do some wind shear like crazy. He's very, very good. Very good. Other types of characters, Shui, she can do some follow-up attacks as long as you're breaking toughness or dealing damage to toughness bars. She can come in handy. March 7th might not even be that bad of an idea, because she can do follow-up attacks and she can also freeze enemies. So as long as you're not fighting freeze resistant or ice resistant enemies, she could probably do fine, I would imagine. And obviously you want to use a lot of support characters. I've been seeing people using double supports like Ting Yun and where is she? Branya. They can work very, very well. Just get some buff characters up there like Asta. Asta can actually really come in handy because her skill actually does some good AoE as well. But she can boost up your character's speed and attack, and especially speed, because speed is something very useful in this, because if you're too slow, you're obviously not killing the enemies as fast as you might like, and I've ran into that problem where my characters are too slow. So yeah, you definitely want fast characters, at least to 134 speed and up, and you should be fine. Another thing that I'm noticing is people are sacrificing a lot of sustain characters to just deal more damage. The way I see that kind of thing is that if you are doing enough damage to kill enemies over and over, yeah, you can sacrifice sustain, but for my case, in floor 3 of this Pure Fiction, I actually had trouble with Clara living, so I've had to use a healer so that she doesn't die. It depends on who you are and what your characters are at, so yeah. If you want to sacrifice sustain, you can definitely do it, but yeah, a lot of AoE characters are really good. Follow-up attack characters are really good as well. And when Dot shows up for the Pure Fiction, you want to have Dot characters ready. At this point, if you didn't pull Kafka, you're probably stupid, but if you don't have her, you can get the job done, because again, there's Luca, there's Gwynnifin, there's Saval, there's Sambo. There's Dot characters out there that you can still use without Kafka. So build those characters, right? Get them to their fullest potential, because another thing is, if you do have these characters, you definitely want them built well. Remember to get your characters' traces up. That's guaranteed upgrades. Get their Lycones up, and of course get their level up. I spent a lot of time on this trying to beat it, and as you can see, I used Herta in the second half. And she's level 60, but she wasn't doing any damage at all. So yeah, you can't be using half-assed characters like I am. So definitely get them leveled up and built so you can actually do something. No joke, if I use the same exact setup in floor 4, I'm just either dying or not even getting to the bosses at all. Really try and min-max your characters, because it definitely seems like Pure Fiction is less of a skill issue for most players, except for me. I'm a complete skill issue. My characters aren't built well at all. But for other players, they might just not have the right characters, which really sucks. Really does suck. Build what you can and clear what you can. And eventually, I would suggest pulling Kafka when she gets a rerun. Like, honestly, she's looking to be more of a needed character for some things. So yeah, build the free characters that I mentioned, and you should be fine, I hope. And if you want, test out some of the other characters that I've suggested, and you might be able to clear this a lot better. I hope this helps for any future Pure Fiction clearers. I will be there with you when we finally beat one of these. So again, hope this helps. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.